Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. This video, I kind of wanted to just talk about a fun thing that I got into recently. So I found a Xbox 360. I think it's a Jasper model, so it's like the pre-slim one, but it's after the one with the red ring of death. And I was surprised to see it working. So I got a power supply from a local game store and tested it out. Bought like a cheapo controller off Amazon, and it worked out great. It even had a Black Ops 2, I think it was, or Black Ops 1, I don't remember. Oh no, it's just normal Black Ops in the game, which I was pleasantly surprised. And I wanted to dive into this a little bit more because I never owned an Xbox 360. I had some family members that had it. Obviously, it was extremely popular system at the time, but I personally just never owned it. I never got into the console, mostly because my parents didn't have enough money to get into it, but also didn't want me playing shooting games when I was a kid. I won't really dive into all of that, but long story short, I never really fully experienced a Xbox generation outside of the Xbox One S, which is the one that I had. But I didn't really get into that one as much because I had a Switch at the time, and to be honest, there weren't a lot of games that were worth playing when I got it. I did have it. I played like I think it was The Evil Within 1 and 2. I played Red Dead Redemption 1 on it. I played a couple of other games that were through Game Pass. So yeah, it was still fun, but I digress. I wanted to dive into this and kind of just talk about it. Talk about all the different games that I was able to get. I'm still diving into a lot of these games because it's quite a lot. One of the first things I'll talk about though is Xbox games are super cheap online now. I think I bought, I don't know, let me count how many I have in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 22 games in total that I bought, all for, I would say, less than 35 bucks. Sorry if you hear my cat in the background. But as mentioned in the other video, I got my Xbox to work. I bought a cheapo controller from Amazon and a power strip from my local game store. And I got a bunch of games. I got Dead Rising, Grand Theft Auto 4, which has its case over here, Medal of Honor. What else I got? Mortal Kombat. I got a couple of good ones. A couple Call of Duties, a couple of other games, a couple Battlefields, and then these came in pristine condition. I bought both sets, so I bought these physical ones with the case on it. I'm cleaning some of these games out, but I bought it with the case for about 20 bucks. All 6 of these. The Xbox actually came with Black Ops 1 in the case, or in the console, and I thought that was pretty dope. And then I got these other ones, not Grand Theft Auto 4, because that came with the original package, but I got all these other games, about like 12 or 15 or so games, for 25 bucks from this guy off Facebook. So I got my hands pretty full. I have a ton of games and a ton of content, so I'm really excited to dive in. And again, like I said, I got all of this for like less than 35 bucks, which is crazy. I have like 20 plus games, a console I got for free. I think at most I spent for everything, because I did buy a controller, but I traded in some of the old Xbox games that I didn't really care about, and some old GameCube games that, to be honest, I don't have a GameCube and haven't had one for a long time, so they're kind of just been sitting in my closet. So I got a controller and some trade-in games for that. And then obviously the cheapo Amazon one that I bought, which actually is not that bad. It's pretty decent controller. And yeah, I think it's been a lot of fun just to tinker around with it. I might do a follow-up video with a modded Xbox 360. The only good mod that they have right now that isn't a hard mod is also not a great solution for modding. I forget what the name is, but it's essentially you have to do a couple of things, and you have to reinstall the mod homebrew thing every single time you boot up the system. So that's not ideal. I kind of want to do the hard mod, but I want to do it at a time where it's a little bit more financially feasible for me to do it, and just a little bit more. I want to be a little bit more educated on the topic to make that kind of move. A couple initial impressions I'm gonna admit are the plug and play ability of this console is awesome. I kind of forget, at least with this PS5 generation and the Xbox One, PS4 generation, you gotta wait to download games, and like there's no plug and play nature. And I was really surprised when I first loaded this thing up, and I just was able to access the console and play the game immediately. There was no downloading anything, there were no updates, there was nothing like that. So I thought that was extremely refreshing, and it felt really nice. I like the ability to just plug in or put in a game and just play. You don't have to spend any time, any kind of like anticipatory feeling of like, oh, like, do I have an update waiting for me for this game, or can I just play it? So yeah, my cat stopped meowing. But yeah, great place to start. I mean, one of the things that I'll say is an awesome benefit is, and I really miss this in modern gaming, is that once you boot up the platform, the game just starts. Right, you have your login screen, you have like a couple of different options, settings, whatever, your Xbox Live avatar, whatever. But all you need to do is press A on the disc and you'll get it started. The original Xbox games, like my Tony Hawk, it just starts immediately once you put the system in. It kind of treats it like a normal Xbox, and that's it. There's no downloading. There's no live updates. You can just plug in and play, and I think that was a very welcome surprise. Something that I guess I forget that the Xbox 360 was capable of. Just again, I guess I never experienced it, and also ever since the PS4 and Xbox One generation, this perpetual like having to keep games downloaded on your system type of thing. That was like new at that time, and I realized that this has been around for at least like 13-14 years now, which makes me feel old, but also it's now the main staple of gaming hardware. You have to download a game, you have to download the updates, you have to have the physical data on your system at hand. So when I was able to just put in a disc and play the game, I think that was, to be honest, one of the best things that I've experienced. A couple of notes, because I still need to really dive into a lot of these games. I've only gotten a couple of them in, and to be honest, a lot of it was just for testing, just to see if for whatever reason the game was too scratched up or whatever, or if it just didn't work. And I have to do a lot more. Like I said, I didn't really dive into many of the games, but one thing I'll say is a lot of the games still look really good. One game that I don't like how it looks like at all, and I don't know, I'm pretty sure it's like it's still a thing, but Grand Theft Auto 4 is ugly. It's such an ugly game. And I might end up selling this and just buying the Steam version, because it's just ugly, and it runs like pretty slow. It's like barely hitting 720p. It's a pretty rough looking game. Maybe it looks better on a CRT. I don't know. I don't have one, and I don't have the cable to put it out as component on my Xbox. It's just HDMI for now. My screen is a 1080p screen, so it should, and it has internal resolution down to 720. So it's not like it's being blown up and made to look ugly. I think it's just an ugly game. But I'm gonna keep playing it, see if I have more fun with it. I've never been a big Grand Theft Auto guy either. I'm not gonna lie about that. But The games I'm really excited to get into and play the campaigns of, because I just never did. I just did all the multiplayers when I was a kid. Black Ops, Halo 3, because I only beat Halo 1 and 2, and then all the other Call of Duty games. So expect some more developments on that part. So yeah, I guess this small little rant and introduction to my new system aside, how does it feel to get an Xbox 360 in 2025? In all honesty, it's very refreshing. I get really excited to come home from work sometimes and just pop in a game and play. Again, the fact that I don't have to wait for any downloads or anything like that is really the best part about it. And also, it's just a rich catalog of games. I mean, this is like this is a first-person shooter galore. I mean, I'm gonna count out of all the games that I have that are first-person shooters. Mind you, I like first-person shooters. I think they're fun. So I have my Black Ops. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll consider Dead Rising a shooter, so 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 out of my 23, 22, 23, 24 games are first-person shooters. And the rest is just fun action games. Assassin's Creed. I need to find a controller for a Rock Band game because I really need to get into that. Rock Band was one of my favorite games ever. And I really hope that they sell cheap Xbox 360 controllers because I really want to play it. Anyway, enough rambling. This was a lot of fun just to dive back into. Stay tuned for more Xbox 360 content. I'm probably going to be posting gameplay and eventually maybe do that RG3 mod. I think that's what it's called. So stay tuned for more. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.